Hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
I'm the Bagler5. With me is Scarface Nico.
Yes, hello, that's me. Yeah, I mean, do you want to introduce the game first before we start, or?
You can handle that.
I can do it
we
on
can
its
get
own.
going. Yeah, you
Okay.
can talk while we're going through it.
Yeah, okay. So Bagler is going to play Little Nemo the Dream Master for you all today. A little game about, a boy called Nemo. He keeps going to Slumberland because there is a king in Slumberland who gets kidnapped by the Nightmare King. So we're gonna rescue Slumberland.
Yep.
So
Just a quick trip to Slumberland.
Yeah.
And Nightmareland, and we're gonna save them. So
Yeah, we gotta make sure we stay asleep.
Yes, that's true. All right, so we're ready to go in 3, 2, 1, go.
Well, the time starts when you gain control. Oh,
Yeah.
So here we start in Mushroom Forest, the first level. You will see Bagler do some jumps and pauses. What we want to do here is make sure we don't activate Flip and his dialogue. So if you do activate it, it wastes about 30 seconds. And so the thing about that, and we'll see it more often in this run, is that you cannot activate those dialogues when you're in a ducking animation. And every time you jump, you end up in a ducking animation. So what Bagler wants to do is he wants to pause, then buffer and A press, then unpause again. So he jumps immediately and he doesn't trigger the cutscene. He does that pretty fast. And for the rest of what he's doing right now, so you see him throw a lot of candies. Most regular enemies, if they get hit by candies, they get stunned. But you also have a couple animals that you can put to sleep with 3 candies, and then you can enter them for like special abilities. So a frog walks slower but can jump higher and bigger. As you can see, you also saw the mole, and the mole can dig. So there are a lot of different animals that you can use throughout the run. And throughout the whole run, Bagler has been collecting keys. Each level needs about 6 or 7 keys. It's different per level to reach the door here, because you always have those locks at the end. And that's a very good first level already.
Thank you.
And between each level, we have a short cutscene with Nemo being told to wake up, but he won't.
Good time for donations in the future.
We can do.
If I have some time to snack one, we have $50 from Subtle Wookie saying, "Good luck, Bagler."
Yeah, here have another one, another guy who wants to trigger a cutscene, and we're doing a couple of those jumps. Very good. So without the pausing, those jumps would be frame perfect. So we add the pause to make them a little bit easier. And here we have a new animal in Flower Garden, which is the gorilla. The gorilla can climb trees, can also punch things, as you can see here. And Bagler is using some damage boosts to get up the tree faster. And here he's going to try and manipulate the pollen to move in a certain way, so he gets boosted up the tree as well. Because if you don't do that, you get boosted off the tree, which is a lot slower. So we don't want to deal with that gorilla, so we just punch him. Here he goes down. He wants to make sure to fall in the right way, because you can barely make that, and he leaves the... Ooh, he misses a couple... Candies is a very awkward one. Okay, go to sleep, bee. And here we have a bee. The bee very obviously can fly. And he can also shoot his stinger, which we don't need yet, but we will need it in later levels.
He has a limited fly too, so the faster that you mash the jump button, the more distance you get out of it, pretty much.
Yes. So... I forgot what I wanted to say.
That's an intentional death.
That's an intentional death, yes. One thing about water as well is that when you want to jump out of it, and you've seen it a couple times in this level, and this is going to be one more, you want to try and press the throw button and the jump button at the same time, so you always get a consistent higher jump. If you don't do that, the jump will be inconsistent. Sometimes it will be low, sometimes it will be high. But if it's low, you don't always get out of the water.
Right at the end there, we skipped grabbing the lizard animal over to the left. You're able to damage boost off of that little spider guy hanging from the tree, so that saves probably 10 seconds, 15 seconds, something like that. It's a lot.
Yeah, the lizard is a lot easier.
And now we have a 2-minute auto-scroller if we want to read some messages or anything.
And there is a bunch. We have $10 from Budsy RNG saying, "Woo! Good luck, Bagler!" Another $10 from Cleveland Tom saying, "This kinda goes without saying, but Nico and the Bagler are the Schwarzenegger and Stallone, respectively, of Charlie Protagonist NES games." $2 from Mile Lake saying, "Go Bagler, go." $5 from Nintendo Natalie, using an emote apparently, but it doesn't work on my tracker, but I'm sure it's Friday. Another $10 from Hayfield Bay saying, good luck with the run, Bagler. Show the penguin who's the boss. This is going towards this is going towards the Metroid Deep Freeze bonus any % run, which is $1,100 away from being met. So keep donating towards this. This will be awesome. Can I keep going?
Yeah, you keep going.
All right, $1 from Rakuja saying, good luck, stranger. $10 from Dice NR saying, good luck, Bagler, on this objectively better game than Home Alone 2. Hashtag Nico in shambles. Also, shoutouts to Robo for those insane dance moves. And $40 from your Nintendo saying, Nemo, I love Pixar. Redeeming that Goosebird honk shirt. Alright, I'm also sorry for this one, the one that is coming. It's $10 from Hyperwork saying Bagler, 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 Mushroom, Mushroom! Back to you guys.
Okay. So, yeah, well, auto-scroller, the only thing we have to worry about is those spikes coming down in some of the planes. But as you see, Bagler has been doing a pretty good job avoiding most of the things.
Until Nico said something.
Yeah. But we're almost at the end here. Bagger grabbed all the keys he needed, and all he has to do here to save time is to just get to the door on the first frame by just hugging the end of the screen, which is coming up soon-ish. We get a 1-up. We don't need the 1-up, hopefully. That's House of Toys done. Everyone's favorite level.
That level's pretty hard if you don't know what you're doing, but once you know what you're doing, it's just like a 2.5-minute break.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
The spikes part's still a little sweaty, though.
Yeah.
I get a little nervous for that part, but...
Yeah, the visual cues there are visual cues, but there's not a lot of room where you can stand. So we go to Dream 4, Night Sea. We have another one of those cutscenes where we want to skip. All of these cutscenes are better than the first one. The first one is 30 seconds, but all the other ones are like 10 seconds.
Yeah,
more
it's
maybe less.
5 to 8 seconds. It's really not a huge deal in a setting like this. That's an annoying spawn right there.
Yeah, those fish those tadpoles, they can spawn in different spots based on your X and Y position when you get there. There are more of them, and we're gonna try and move in a specific way to spawn the ones in the right spots that we need. Here's a bit of a tight jump with the spikes, but it's fine. And let's see if he spawns in the right spot. That is good. And we have those rockets here, like kind of in the way, but it's fine.
It's fine. We'll go underneath.
Yes. And here we go into a hidden room. There's nothing that indicates that you can go in there. So most of the people, especially if you play this casually, you'll go there and be like, okay, it's a dead end, so I'll just go back. And you never find the key you need here. Very fair. But otherwise, it's a pretty good game.
That previous screen where you go underneath, we're actually going to backtrack here, but on the way to that secret area on this screen is like one of the worst screens in the whole game because of the way that the sprites spawn, or the enemies can spawn depending on your position and your speed and all kinds of other stuff. It's... Hello?
Hard to grab.
Well, we despawned these guys, but that's okay.
So if you usually there are 2 fish there, but if you get there at the time that the enemies on all the way on the left side shoot, you despawn all of them. So that's Night Sea. We only needed 5 keys this time for the lock, and we have a short cutscene between levels again for donations.
We have $2 from Every Time We Slay. We have $10 from Tomaine saying, just like the animal buddies, I too want to nap after I gorge myself of candy. This is going towards the Metroid Deep Freeze bonus 20% run, which is creeping closer and closer.
Okay, here we have Nemo's house. We immediately hold left and jump at the start, so we skip that cutscene. This is probably one of the most difficult dream levels out there. There's a lot of very difficult tricks. One of the things that makes this level very difficult is that you don't have a lot of refills on health that are easy to get to. And so it makes life a very valuable resource, very limited as well. So you don't want to end up taking too much damage. You have a couple damage boosts that you need to go for. And here we go into the basement. The Bagger's going to try and go for the basement skip. which is very precise. That looks good. So what he did there... What he did there, he jumped from a specific spot, then when he reached the ceiling, he unpaused and then left the frog suit. And because Nemo and all the animals have different hitboxes, it slightly zipped him to the left so he could make the jump. It's a hard trick to do, and he got it first try here, so...
This game's a bit unique, too, in that it zips you left instead of right, like a lot of other games. But it just happens to work out in that specific situation there, so...
Yeah. And it's the only zip you need in this game. There's a very tight fly up there. That was...
I just about didn't make it.
Yeah, that was very close. So we go up to the first attic section, another one where we are going to use a damage boost, but here we have a health that we can grab. And we're going to go for another damage boost on the way back. So he wants to be very careful with the timing, otherwise the whole cycle is going to be bad, but this was good. Oh, okay.
Little safety, safety step there.
So we go down here. And we go back to basically the beginning. This is above where we started, and there's another key here. And we're going to try and shoot all those bats. Very good. And we fly back. We're going to make our way to the second attic. Okay, the plate monkeys are being a bit difficult. They're sort of random in how they throw it, but...
Yeah, it's on some kind of global timer, I think. But sometimes those plates can be pretty nasty, and I'd like to try to keep my health here.
Yeah, because you're very limited. So there's another damage boost. We go for... No, not here. And on the way back, or do you skip that one this time?
I'm not sure which one you're talking about.
There.
I'm going to try to not take damage here.
Yeah.
But I did anyway, so
Yeah.
we're gonna do some backups.
Yeah. So now he's on 2 life. There's one more damage boost he wants to go for, usually. So it's yeah, we'll see how everything goes. Very small jumps here. Gonna wait a little bit to not take damage. He gets a health. Here is a damage boost on purpose. It's kind of random. Sometimes it boosts you to the left, sometimes to the right. This time to the left, which is a bit unlucky. Here you want to make sure you don't break the wrong blocks, otherwise you can't get to the key without going back for a B suit. And here's the last damage boost in the level. The monkey, very good. So, a lot of damage boost, and this is why health is a very scarce, a very valuable resource.
It's basically impossible to get that last key with the rat if you only have 1 health. So
Yeah.
that's why I was being a little extra cautious there in that attic section.
Yeah, and even the safe strats are still pretty risky. Okay, we have time for one more donation.
Sure, we have $10 from MW-Shadow saying, Nico, Bagler, good luck to both of you. I am here for the Nemo jams and the beans.
Good.
Speaking of Nemo jams, I like this one. This is my favorite one.
Yeah, we have another one of those, but the difficult thing about this one is that you can't do all full jumps. So if you do that, you will end up in the pits. But it was well executed by Bagler. So Cloud Ruins is a half normal level and half auto-scroller. The auto-scroller is the middle part of the level, then it continues to be... well, you have basically 2 auto-scrollers, one to the top and one to the bottom. Here's where we start. The first small auto-scroller, you want to fly up while avoiding all of those birds dropping the eggs. The sky changes to an interesting color. Not sure what they were going for here.
It's a bit unique that there are 2 separate auto-scroller sections inside of a main level. I haven't really seen that in a lot of other games.
No, sometimes you see 1, which is usually in a different room, but seeing 2 is very unique. So let's see. Very good. We're going to damage boost up the pollen here. Then we're going to go and grab the lizard. We haven't used the lizard yet, I believe. So lizard is kind of similar to the gorilla in a way that you can climb on walls, but it's a bit smaller, a bit faster, but it can't punch. And here we have the second auto-scroller. This time we go down again.
A little bit scarier because you can't fly this time, so you gotta make sure you hit the platforms.
Yeah.
They're pretty generous with them, though.
Mm-hmm. And at the end of the auto-scroller, we are going to wait a little bit until the screen stops scrolling before we move again. Because if we move too early, we need to go back. Otherwise, the screen just won't stop scrolling. And we go and jump over. We have a couple stairs, nice stairs, and that's the end of Cloud Ruins. And we
I
have-
didn't mess up the stairs.
You didn't mess up the stairs. No, you're not me. We have a short, cutscene in between again if we have time for donations.
Indeed, we have $40 from Alice HK8 saying, "Go Badgie go, 2-cycle penguin, and I'll finish my Godzilla playthrough I started a year ago."
Ooh, all right.
Now that's good.
Redeeming that Goosebird honk shirt.
2-cycle penguin. So
I'm locked in.
if you don't get it, we're just gonna die, right? So
Yeah, didn't say how many tries.
yeah. So we have Topsy Turvy. Topsy Turvy is the last of the normal levels in Slumberland. Everything is upside down here, as you can see. And we're gonna use the frog first to jump, because normal Nemo can't jump as high, and he needs to do that a couple times here. That's the first key, or the second key, I mean. Very specific jumps that you want to do to not make sure you don't overshoot your jumps as well. And here's gonna bounce on that pollen, bounce on the grill, get the other key. And we go up to another attic here, which is known to be very annoying. To have very specific jumps, those pollen can be annoying. Those were nice. Because there are two on top of each other, sometimes you'll just get hit for no reason.
Uh-oh.
Okay, that's fine. You want to manipulate that pollen to move in a specific way. Yeah, almost mess it up.
I messed it up the right way.
Yes, you messed it up the right way. You got the backup. That's very good. So, quick trip in the frog, and then we'll go to the bee, because we need to fly again all the way to the end. But first to another attic, and we can't fly all the way up because the fly is limited, flying itself. We go up here for another key. Then we leave it again.
Oh, man. I tried to cut the corner.
Cutting the corner is, yeah. You want to lose time by messing it up. So we got a couple damage boosts. We got because we took a safety health. Gonna use another one here. This flying section is kind of specific. If you make a mistake, you will run out of the flying and you can't get up here anymore and you're dead. And any death in this game makes you go back to the start.
You keep all your keys, but since you kind of need the animals to traverse through the levels, it can be a huge time loss.
Yeah, there's no shortcut in this level.
Yeah, especially like Nemo's house. You have to go all the way down into the basement to get the bee, so you can get all the way back up to get the rat if you mess up and stuff like that. So it's
a mess.
It's a bit of a nightmare. This cutscene's 2.5 minutes long. So if we have, if you need a snack break, you know, get some water, read some donations.
Yeah, I have a $40 donation again from Computer MD82 saying shout out to the goats, Bagler, Nico, and the entire chicken farm. Yeah, redeeming that Here Come Plum event shirt, and of course contributing to the Metroid Deep Freeze bonus any percent run, which is, I believe, $1,000 away from being met. This will be in about 2 hours, so keep them going to unlock that any percent run. And be sure to hit those rewards, polls, and target when you're donating. Thank you very much.
Okay, well, we still have a bit more in the left of the cutscene, but the princess here is just explaining a lot of things to Nemo. But one of the things she's going to explain is that he can use his wand. He has a wand on his back for like the whole game, but he doesn't know how to use it. So he's basically she's gonna tell him the special words. Was it Pajama Kazama?
Pajama Kazama?
Yeah, Pajama Kazama, and then he can shoot the wand. There's the wand, the Morning Star, yes. And you're gonna need that wand to destroy the Nightmare King.
So normally we can just only throw candy as Nemo in Slumberland, but now that we are entering Nightmare Land, we have a weapon. So you can whack stuff with it, or you can charge it up. There are 3 different levels of charge.
Yes.
So there's like a 1/3, 2/3, and full.
Yeah,
and
we can look at that when we get into the level, I think.
Yeah. So there are still some animals in Nightmare Land, but there's a boss at the end of every stage now that we're going to be taking down with this thing here.
Yeah. And the first boss is the penguin.
Yes.
So that one needs to be 2 cycles. Well, it should be now because of the thing Alice said.
Yes, it's true.
You gotta play Godzilla.
So basically there's this penguin boss, and he can come down either on the left side or the right side, and you gotta shoot him with this, with the wand in time.
Yeah.
And he stays there for differing amounts of time, jumps all over the place. It's a lot of RNG, so...
Yeah. And Bagler is going to start the next level with the wand boost. And the wand boosts are very difficult. So they're basically a frame perfect trick. You're going to very shortly charge your wand, and you use the momentum from the wand boosting you back to get very fast and high jumps. Mostly the speed is what makes it important. And the reason it's frame perfect is because you have one frame for the jump itself. It's basically the frame that you stop moving is the only frame that you can press A and still get the fast jump. If you press it a frame too early, you don't do anything and you just stop. If you press it a frame too late, you just jump in place.
Yeah, there's some recoil whenever you fire the wand.
Yeah, so here we have the penguin. And the penguin boss, you have specific pixels you can stand on to damage it. So basically you have 2 pixels in a row where if you shoot him from that pixel, you won't do any damage, and then there's 1 pixel you can do damage from, and it just keeps going forward. So, makes sense. How do you know this? Well, just do a lot of research. That was 3 cycles.
We got unlucky.
Yeah, we got unlucky.
He went left and gave me 1 mini penguin, so
Yeah.
nothing you can do.
Yeah, that's nothing you can do about it. So now we go to Nightmare Land 2. A couple more damage boosts, not too many. There's one here. So basically both mistakes that I've talked about were shown there, where you press A too late, you jump in place, or you press, oh no, no!
We're gonna die.
Okay, yeah.
Whoops.
Oops. I mean,
So I tried to get into the lizard too early there, and he'll still damage you until he completely falls asleep.
yeah, there's a time between. There's a little bit of a cooldown before they fall to sleep. So you gotta watch until you see the sleep bubble. So in this level, we have pollen and flames. The pollen can be annoying. You want to move in a specific way. He's gonna do a small jump soon in place to make sure that pollen doesn't get in his way. And we're gonna go for a damage boost to get up here. Very good. So usually you'd get the frog to get up there, but we're gonna take the lizard because the lizard, the devs forgot something.
It's something kind of important.
Yeah, it's not very important. You can just jump through spikes with the lizard here. There's no hitbox. No, nothing. So yeah, we're gonna take the lizard. This part is almost impossible without. You can't do this last part with the lizard because if any animal that isn't made for the sea, if you go into the water, you need to get out of it as quickly as possible or you will drown. Here we have the stingray. He's going to do a pause manip to manipulate the pattern. That was very good. 3 more shots. And down he goes. So there are a lot more damage boosts in the next one. About 20?
23 maybe?
23?
There's a lot. I'm not going to get that many.
Yeah, they're all frame perfect, so easy.
We'll try.
Yeah, we'll try. Ooh, that was a couple. That's very good, yeah. So we were talking about the beam and the charge before. You basically have a whole charge bar from the M at the end of the M of beam to the start of L of life. That's a whole bar. But basically, if you fill up to 2/3, you'll have it fully charged already. You only need to charge it for like a frame to get 1 damage, 1/3 for 3 damage, and 2/3 for 5 damage. So that's what he's been using already so far a couple times. He's going to use it for the final boss as well. Also to time his shots to make sure he doesn't miss. But that's very important. So you never want to fully charge your attack because it's just going to waste time. Okay. He did a bonk earlier to make sure he didn't spawn things he didn't want to spawn. So we got a good rat pattern here that this rat can move left or right. When he's on the right, we can do this one boost. It's basically free. It boosts you up higher on the wall, so it saves you a lot of time. So here are the difficult one jumps because of those flames over there.
We're going to wait on the birds because I have 1 health.
Oh yeah. Those are risky. This next screen we want to do in a specific way. We don't want to waste time getting out of the water or anything because there's a weird interaction between enemy spawns in this level and the blob that spawns in on the boss fight. There's a last boss fight coming up here, and there are 2 things you want to watch out for. He will shoot lasers from his eyes, but there's also a blob he spawns. It looks kind of like a blob. plot, I guess, that one. And if you mess up the last screen, that thing will be random. So you basically do the other screen in a specific way so that blob is always the right way. The Bagler is using a lot of visual cues for the letters from Nightmare to get the right shots, and the Nightmare King is that. And time when he stops moving, now.
Now. Not bad.
Not bad. Did you beat my time?
I don't know. It's
Okay.
like 8 seconds faster than that, though, because we did it on the start press.
Yeah, that's true. But that was
Not
Little
bad.
Nemo. Yeah,
Yeah.
very good run.
Thank you. Apart from the Nightmare Land 2 death with the lizard, it wasn't half bad, I thought.
Yeah, that's true. And we didn't get to make Alice play Godzilla.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. There's nothing I could have done there. That was like the worst possible pattern you can get.
Yeah. The run itself is very good, low on RNG mostly. The biggest RNG is the penguin fight.
Yep.
Other than that, it's basically just execution.
And at the end of the day, it's really only 5 or 6 seconds in that penguin fight, too.
Yeah.
But, you know, at the top level, that starts making a difference a bit more. I mean, even just, you know, in regular PB attempts, like, I'd love to have 6 extra seconds, please.
Would be nice.
Yep, so that's the end of Little Nemo, and we're just going to switch roles here, I guess, and
Yeah.
Home Alone 2 is up next.
Yeah, and I'm going to play Home Alone 2.